your host for Motorweek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to Motorweek. We're glad to have you with us. A race car for the street is an old cliche, and in fact, few cars described this way have much in common with real competition machines. So leave it to the auto industry's most famous racing mark, Ferrari, to finally bring cutting-edge racing technology to a production car. The car is the 355 F1. That's F1 as in Formula One, the world's premier racing series. But does the newest race car technology really make a better street car? Ferrari's adrenaline-pumping 355 has always been a real handful for drivers not well versed in the tricks and trials of big horsepower exotics. But now this thinly disguised competition machine packs one of this decade's most interesting and innovative automotive systems. Tucked behind the steering wheel are a pair of levers, one for upshifts and one for downshifts, that control the car's electro-hydraulic 6-speed gearbox and pedal-free clutch. The same type of system first introduced to the world in Ferrari's ultra-high-tech Formula One race cars. Though the race car doesn't offer daily driver options that include sport, low grip for slippery surfaces, or even a fully automatic mode. But it's manual that matters, and in manual mode, the Ferrari system is truly amazing. Once you get used to a few idiosyncrasies, shifts require just a flick of a finger, and since your hands never leave the steering wheel, car control is greatly enhanced. Not having to slip a heavy, touchy clutch pedal also means that hard mid-corner shifts are much less risky, and it also eliminates the embarrassment of stalling in stop-and-go traffic. But the system prefers high RPMs. Shifts at low speeds tend to be harsh and clunky. Fortunately, there's never a lack of those much-needed revs because completing this super sophisticated drivetrain is Ferrari's 3.5-liter dual overhead cam 40-valve V8. It puts out a thundering 375 horses and 268 pound-feet of torque, pushing you back and down in your seat as you quick flick shift your way from 0 to 60 in only 4.6 seconds. The quarter mile of 13 seconds at 110 miles per hour passes like an explosion. Astounding, too, is the grip offered by the unequal length wishbone suspension with its electronically controlled shocks and the ultra-low profile ZR-rated tires on 18-inch magnesium wheels. Though don't expect a smooth ride, since the super tight chassis and suspension are competition harsh, while the massive ABS-equipped disc brakes are race car strong with superb pedal feel. Together, it all gives you a driving experience that's as close to an F1 car as you'll ever get on the road. And when you finally tire of thrashing up and down local roads, you can simply park and watch the masses drool over the 355 F1's uniquely Italian lines. Arguably the best-looking Ferrari since the 288 GTO, the F1's Pininfarina pin lines make most other sports cars look like minivans, and easily evokes the lusty, hot-blooded nature of Ferrari's prancing horse trademark. But don't think that competition-level performance means no creature comforts. The 355 F1's interior is smothered under acres of leather, from the dash with its now standard dual airbags to the very firm but supportive sports seats, which wrap tightly around the driver and passenger, holding them in place like the coils of a hungry python. And facing a big analog speedo and tach, as well as a digital gear shift indicator, while ancillary gauges are set off to the side in true Italian style. Other dash controls consist of little more than a stereo that you'll probably never use for fear of missing the music coming from the engine bay. While the center console houses everything else. Climate controls, light switches, power mirrors, as well as various transmission controls are all within easy reach. Inside and out, it's probably one of the most usable exotic sports cars that we've ever driven. And in our opinion, probably the closest Ferrari has yet come to a real balance between the go-kart-like street racers that its mid-engine models have always been and a real everyday driver. Now, our friends at Automobile Magazine also love the 355, but felt that the F1 semi-automatic transmission makes the F355 more race-like and not less. And this exotic adventure carries a price to match. Base price for the 355 F1 is firmly 6 digits, $129,625. Add transportation, dealer prep, and $6,400 in gas guzzler tax, and you pay $137,725. But that gets you a rarefied sports car that truly is all things to all men. Its F1-derived shift system makes it the closest any of us can currently get to driving one of the world's most sophisticated race cars down our favorite roads. Yet that same system also tames one of today's most demanding sports machines for traffic and city driving. The Ferrari 355 F1 truly is a race car for the street, but it's also the friendliest thoroughbred to ever gallop out of the Maranello stables. To get the